good evening, you lovely lot, and how are you today? I know you're having the best day ever, and I also know if you bought a Gemini II, you're having the best day ever, and I know that you get really excited because you can't wait for it to come, and they will be being dispatched this week, which is incredible. So you will get them maybe the latter part of the week or early next week, so it won't be long to wait. That's a guarantee from us to you that you will get your machine dispatched this week, which is incredible. Now, the actual Gemini II has launched today. It has been our launch show, 2 p.m. You can go back and watch it, see our Leanne with everything she knows about this amazing machine. You are loving it. We've sold so many today, so thank you for buying these because they are an exceptional upgrade on our normal Gemini machine. So it's just one of those machines that sometimes you just got to have because it's incredible. Now, not only is the Gemini II machine coming out today, it's also coming out with an additional 1,000, and I really mean 1,000 bonus points that will be added. It means that you could go up to that next level, which is a great thing, isn't it? I know a lot of people have already been made platinum members today by getting that extra 1,000 points. Now, just a quick mention about the Gemini. If you buy the Gemini, have a look at our bonus buy bag, because the bonus buy is a half-price bag. It's got mystery goodies in there, but it's got everything that's going to help you on your way for your die cutting, embossing. It's got dies and stamps. It's quite incredible. You can see there it's 125.
Please tell me. Oh, sorry, Debbie. Please tell me, George, that you have got that recorded. Because I normally have a double. I have to share with you all. I've just fallen off my step. I normally have a double platform. Yes. But because we've been in and out of the studios, I've got half a platform in each studio. And I went to get something with false confidence of a double platform. And I've literally just fallen off my step. But it was in true Benny Hill, running and roaring around like I've had 47 vodkas style. And I wish that George, I wish you'd caught it on camera, because that would have been exceptional.
Well, in my peripheral vision, all I could see was a sort of like this. And I thought, I don't want to look because I didn't want to draw attention. But they're all laughing, so I had to laugh. Well, you can see she's with us tonight, the lovely Leanne, falling off her perch over there. You're okay though, yes?
And do you know what? I've done so well all day. And John did say to me, Leanne, you've only got half a platform, so be really careful. Health and safety, John, I got the full speech. And I'm like, okay, John, I'll be very aware. And I've been all right all day, but only 6 hours live on air, and now for the final 2, I've just fallen off my perch.
That's hilarious. We'll get the other one and we'll make sure Leanne's safe over there. Right, go back to our bag. We're not allowed to show you anything. Sarah's given us strict instructions not to show you what's in here. But honestly, I counted up to 20, and I would say there was still quite a few more to go in this bag. And it's a heavy weighted bag. It's like got lots in there. You wouldn't be disappointed. Now, you can see on the screens it's £125 in the UK only. There is a US version as well. The US version is £150. They're half price. You can buy them if you've got a Gemini or anything else, or you're just a customer for Crafter's Companion at those prices. But if you add that to your Gemini basket, so your Gemini's in your basket, you add that bonus bag into your basket, you will get the magic of it all. You can only add those 2 items into there. They're bringing in the step. The big guns are in. Tracy's in giving the step. You will be able to get that an additional 50% off that price as well. Should we show them?
We're just putting the step in, Tracy.
Tracy's trying to duck down over there so she's not seen.
Tracy, I've just nearly set me neck, Tracy. Tracy, I fell off. She's over there laughing, me and you wrestling this step in. I fell off. I nearly set me neck. Tracy's got me back.
I am your friend, honestly, Leanne. Poor Leanne. At least she's not injured. Maybe later on we might tell a story about Leanne actually falling over on air once before across the studio, yes, and poor Nigel had to go and rescue her on Create and Craft many years ago, which was quite funny. Wasn't funny, I mean, we don't want Leanne to be hurt, but everything's hilarious when someone else does it, isn't it?
It was hilarious.
Right, lots of you in tonight. Susie's on social, so good evening, Susie. We've got Terry in tonight, Jenny's in, Gareth's in, Tim's in, BJ Clark's in, Sherry's in, everyone's saying hello. Cheryl's saying, I couldn't sleep because I've been crafting since 3:30 a.m. and using my Gemini II, of course. Just stopped for lunch and been watching on CTV all day. Well, welcome everyone and thank you for being with us. Right, without further ado, we're going to have a little talk around this machine and see what the Gemini is all about and what it's got to offer us. Leanne, this machine is amazing.
I mean, it's so amazing you would fall over with absolute amazement at how fantastic this machine is, as I just did earlier. I also wish George had it recorded because I would have been very happy for you all to see that and have a good laugh at my expense. The Gemini 2 is a fantastic upgrade on our original Gemini machine. There are features and benefits that we've included in here which really do level it up in terms of its game, and we can talk about those. The first thing is, of course, for me, these glide feet. How easy and effortless it is to move your machine around your desktop and be able to craft with it or push it away and craft in front of yourself and then bring it back. So wherever you want to put it on your desk, simple and easy for you to do that. That is done by the 4 glide feet that we've included on the bottom of the machine for you. Those glide feet make it easy and effortless for you to push it around your desktop. And just while I'm here, these 4 screw holes are where you will put the turntable when we have it for sale, which will be in a week or so. It won't be very long at all. You'll be able to get that if you want to. Now, the other features and benefits that we've included, we've upgraded the shape. We've put in 2 fold-down platforms for you. Those 2 fold-down platforms both have incorporated storage. You can use that for your dies, your tools, your card, whatever it is you want. They fold up and down as you need them and provide the perfect support for your plates going in the machine and coming out of the machine. So you no longer need to support them as they go in or catch them as they're coming out. We've included for you on the top of the machine confident click buttons, and that is so you know when you click it that it has been clicked, so they give you confidence that you've selected the right button, and they match in beautifully with the top of the machine. There is the media stand which has been incorporated in the top for you. So many of us using media for our content, and that's for our education, for our tutorials, for watching craft TV, for watching the latest box set when we're streaming, for keeping in touch with our family and our loved ones, be they close by or far away. So many of us use now in our daily life a tablet or a mobile device several times during the day. I mean, mine's rarely out of my hand, to be fair. So I use it a lot for all of my content, as well as my shopping and everything else. So we wanted to allow you to be able to use your media by giving you this stand so that you can watch tutorials, you can watch the TV, you can do your shopping while you're crafting, you can be talking to your friends and family. The best thing, I think, is a virtual craft group. 10 of your crafty friends, all in a group, on video. Use Zoom or use Google Meet, and then everybody gets crafting while they're watching each other on the media stand. They're in the corner of the room, you're laughing, you're chatting, you're having a cup of tea or a gin and tonic, whatever it is, and it's there on top of your Gemini for you. So you've got the media stand. Underneath the media stand, we've included some extra pieces of storage for you. We've got this little recess, which is for all of your small dies that you use on a regular basis and you want quick and easy access to. Underneath there, you've got your tools. You can see there your bone folder, and I've also got my pokey tool in there as well. So any of the tools that you want a quick and easy access to can also be stored in there. And of course, when you're not using the media stand, it can be closed away and it's got a beautiful, smooth, sleek finish. Now, because you've got your media stand, if you're an all-day crafter or an all-day chatter like me, and you're going to be crafting marathon or chatting marathon with your media when it's on your Gemini, you're going to need to charge it. So we have included on the back of the machine 3 USB slots so that you can also charge as you're watching. And that can be the piece of media that you've got on top of your machine. It could be your phone at the side, your Kindle maybe, anything else that needs a USB slot. A lovely lady messaged in Wake Up Call this morning and said she uses hers for her magnifying light. She plugs the USB in there and uses a magnifying light at the same time, which I think is phenomenal. So anything that needs a USB can be used in there, and it will charge based off the power, the main power that is being fed into your machine through the power slot. You've got your on-off rocker switch there as before as well. So that's your new profile, and they're the aesthetic changes, upgrades, features and benefits that we've added to the machine. The functional features and benefits start with the 9-inch optical sensor that we've included. The 9-inch optical sensor is a light beam that shines right across the opening here, and means that if you are going to be using your smaller plates now, you no longer need to offer them in the horizontal fashion to activate both of the manual sensors. You can offer them in the portrait fashion anywhere. And if you're using your 3x6 plates from your Go, you can also use those and pop them anywhere in the mouth, and the optical sensor will pick them up for you. So you've got your optical sensor. Inside the machine, the bit you can't see, we have upgraded the motor. The upgrade on the motor makes this faster for you. It's 21% faster than our previous Gemini machine. And then we've also upgraded that motor and changed some of the acoustics inside so that this machine is significantly quieter than the previous Gemini machine. And when I cut and use it, you'll absolutely see, and well, you'll hear that that's the case. So faster and quieter, 9-inch optical sensor in there, and then all of those other aesthetics, that's the machine. The final upgrades that we've made for you are to the plates. The plates that come in the box are everything you need. You need no additions to make this work for you for all of your regular die cutting, embossing and mixed media needs. You get 2 cutting plates, your metal shim for very detailed or fabric. You get your frosted thin metal die shim, your magnetic positioning plate and your rubber embossing mat, all included. The metal, the magnetic and the rubber have not changed. But the 2 cutting plates and the thin metal die shim, we have improved the material, changed the material to give you extra longevity in your use. So you will get, with regular conscientious flipping and rotating, as we advise, you will get 3 times as long with your cutting plates and 10 times as long with your shim before you need to replace them again. That's everything that we've done for you in terms of the improvements, the extra features and benefits of the machine. And I think you'll agree, it's quite a flippin' bit, Debbie.
I think so, yes. And then we've not mentioned the beautiful colour that it is, the amazing white that it is. I mean, everything about it, it's aesthetically pleasing, it's functional, but it's the same as our Gemini. It has that same pressure, that same performance, the same precision that you expect to have the name, the word Gemini put to it. And that's what I really love about this machine, because even though it is all singing and all dancing, the performance of it is second to none in the craft world. And it will change how you craft. It changed the way I craft 7 years ago, and this machine is going to continue to do that as well. We know that those intricate dies, everything that you want to be cutting out, I mean, try them. It's something that we've always said over the years, that if you've got a die that doesn't work particularly well on your die cutting machine, get the Gemini, try it out on there, because we don't think you'll be disappointed. It has got exceptional pressure in the machine, and it's so good at what it does. So it only made sense to take that bold decision to make a machine that was going to have all these extra functional pieces, because technology changes, doesn't it, Leanne? It evolves, and it actually means that we can evolve with it as well.
Absolutely, but the things that we haven't changed, Debbie, are the things that we promised you we would never need to change, and the pressure, performance, reliability, so the power, pressure and performance has not changed from the original Gemini machine, because it was already fantastic. And this machine delivers all of that same power, pressure, performance, but we haven't upgraded that because we didn't need to.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely something we don't need to do because you know the Gemini is an amazing machine. Now, just a quick one we have, Anne. I should let Leanne do this one because she's got a great voice for this. Shall we let you do it, Leanne?
What is it?
It's an out of this
Oh, yes, I can do that for you. Hey, it's a long time since I've done this, Debbie. Out of this world deal.
Yay, deal, deal, deal. It is an out of this world deal. It's amazing. It's the Sarah signature. It's the Roaring 20s. There's some amazing pieces in this Roaring 20s kit, and it really is an out of this world deal. Let's just take a look at that platinum price, £32 or $40. You've got your Charleston couple. You've also got your fancy feather. That is such a usable one. There's some gorgeous raise your glass stamp there, and another one, you're together forever and ever tonight. And then you've got your showgirl, absolutely gorgeous. There's a gorgeous embossing folder in here. If you was going for your Gemini, these are the sorts of extras to pop in your basket because they're amazing. And then also on top of that, you're getting some gilding flakes as well, which we absolutely love. Just a few little samples that you can see here, and before you know it, we will be straight back to Leanne to see some demoing on that amazing Gemini. I think you'll agree that is an out of this world deal, which is incredible. Right, we're going to head over to Leanne because she's got something to say.
Did you see that last Roaring 20s card there?
This one?
The other one.
The other one. That one?
That one. So can you see what looks like a very accentuated bend in her arm? They're gloves.
Oh, why has no one picked that up before?
So when you colour that in, that's a glove. Otherwise, it looks like she's got doll's screw-on arms.
Ah, that's
I just thought,
good to
just so
know.
everybody at home, it's gloves to the elbow.
Have we done it
as they did in the 1920s?
They are. That shows it perfectly.
There you go. Gloves to the
There
elbow.
we go. Of course, it's her gloves. That makes sense. We are all silly, yes.
There you
I
are.
thought it looked a little bit like, you know, the my granddad used to have them on his trousers,
Yeah,
and
like
his,
suspenders.
to hold his
Sleeve suspenders.
sleeves up. Yeah,
Yeah.
sleeve suspenders. So they're not them. They're gloves.
Yeah.
Right, let's see what this Gemini does, Leanne.
So we're going to cut a detailed die because that's what you need to see, isn't it? You need to see the detailed dies working. I'm just going to grab a piece of black card because I'll need that in a second. So I've got my cutting plate, I've got my card, I've got my detailed die facing down. I'm just going to build up my sandwich. The plates are all outlined for you in the manual that comes along with, and then I'm going to pop that straight through the machine. So it's faster and it's quieter. I positioned my die in the centre of that cutting plate, a 5x7 detailed die, which would be the place you wouldn't usually put it if you had a machine that doesn't have the even pressure over the full cutting plate of the Gemini 9x12, because it wouldn't cut in the centre as efficiently as our machine does. So I've removed my repositionable tape. I'll take my card from the die, and then I will just take out all of these little pieces. Now I'm just rubbing them out with my fingers. Very, very easy to do. That's because they're all die cut beautifully and they're not still stuck in the card. They're just being held onto. They're called landlocked, and that just means that the surrounding supporting card is holding onto the die cut piece. A very gentle touch with a pokey tool has that falling out effortlessly for you. So I'm not going to pop all of them out because, you see, I start and I can't stop, Debbie. It's one of those I say I'm not going to, and then I just keep going and keep going because I need to see it that way. But anyway, I am going to stop. I'm going to stop now. Apart from them two. There we go.
It shows it does cut it all.
It does cut it all, absolutely. And I'm going to leave it there apart from that one. Right, I am leaving it. So all of the little pieces have come out, and I'm just going to pop it onto a piece of black cardstock so you can see how beautiful that die cut piece is. And there is no missing bit, no hot spot, sweet spot. Everything is being cut out, even all of these tiny little pieces inside of the sunflower. Those hundreds of tiny little circles. Look, with my pokey tool, I do need to let it go now, but you would do that. However, they're cut absolutely beautifully. Look, I'm just going to do that so you can see. And you would do that on each of the flowers. So the tiniest, minutest little detail, one pass, 5x7 die, right smack bang in the middle of the plate, a beautiful cut. Just to show you the comparison, early this morning before we came live on Wake Up Call, I die cut on a different machine. That's the 1 hour machine. I die cut on a different machine, the same die, exactly the same die and exactly the same position on the plates, using the recommended sandwich for a thin metal die for that machine, electronic machine, and that was the result I achieved with this die. So you can see not cut all the way through, in fact not cut at all in some areas, and not the precision that you've got here with the Gemini machine. So this is what you can expect: power, pressure, performance, reliability every single time, even when it's the most difficult and most challenging thing you could ask of an electronic die cutting machine. It delivers for you, which revitalises all of the dies that you've got in your stash at home, because the dies that you haven't been able to cut because your machine wouldn't do it for you, now you're going to be able to use them all again and have that fabulous experience of not having to worry, will it do it for me, just knowing that it will deliver.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And that's what you want from die cutting, because actually, as much as we all say we love die cutting, which we do, we actually love the die cutting because we want to get onto the being creative part. So if your die cutting machine works for you and it does the performance that you want it to do first time, every time, the Gemini is the machine for you. If you want the Gemini machine today, it's the Gemini II. It's brand new today. It's platinum price, £183.99, or if you're in our US, it's $263.99. And remember, you get 1,000 extra points to go onto your Club Inspire. Now, just in case you're wondering what Club Inspire was all about, for me, it's the best club in the world because it's free. If you haven't joined, go ahead and join because you get a discount straight away on there. But have a look at this and it'll tell you more about it.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Are we in trouble or are we all right?
Yeah.
Should be coming in. Should be coming.
What does she do?
Exactly
What does
how
she do?
he looks.
This is awesome! This is awesome!
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
And I watch you every day, and it's just what really gets you through when you're really at rock bottom.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people, and we know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. I love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
Well, good evening. So hopefully you got all those tips from that Club Inspire video at the beginning there, because it is one that you need to join because you get so many perks. And remember, today if you buy the Gemini 2, you will be getting 1,000 bonus points. 1,000 bonus points added to your account, which is amazing. For a lot of people, that's took them to platinum level, which is got some good bonuses on there. Evelyn's in with us tonight saying hello. Mary Beth is in. Sherry's in saying hi. Lynn is in. Jane's in, Roseanne is in, saying hello to everyone. Sarah's in, saying she loves her new Gemini 2. She got hers from QVC. Terry's in, saying she adores the new Gemini 2. She put it on HSN. Lots of you already have this machine and you're absolutely loving it. She can't get over how quiet it is, and the two platforms that fold down, she absolutely loves. And Jenny is saying, I absolutely love my Gemini 2. It's freed up so much space on my desk. Yeah, I love that idea, Jenny, because I think where those glider feet, where you can put it wherever you want it now, I think is an absolute game changer. Now, another thing we had that was a game changer to your crafts this week or last week was the amazing outline dies. I adore these. I think because you can do so many different things with them, using them just on their own, they create just the most amazing outline die, which you can just put over your coloured cardstock, your mirror cardstock, but also they're going to really lend themselves to painting, paper piecing, using them on acetate, using your paints behind them. Absolutely love them. Really beautiful designs. That one's our anemone. We've then got our beautiful hellebore, which is a gorgeous design. Love that one. We've then got our, oh, I don't know what that one is, Leanne. What is it?
Echinacea.
Echinacea. Never heard of that one. I actually thought that was a daisy. Or is an echinacea a daisy?
An echinacea is a type of daisy.
Ah, right. So
but actually, an echinacea is what you take to ward off the symptoms of cold and flu.
Oh, I need that. I needed that earlier, didn't I? We've got our lilies as well. Another beautiful design, that lily one. We've also got our peonies. Beautiful. A lot of people I know love the peonies. We've obviously got our roses. Absolutely beautiful design. I love all these designs on here. Our cherry blossom as well. Another gorgeous design. And then our last one in this one is our cosmos, which is absolutely beautiful. So like your sort of more bouquet flower, that's the one for you. These are gorgeous designs. I think they really lend themselves to so many different ways. Echinacea, did you say?
Echinacea.
Echinacea. I've never heard of that before. Echinacea, love that one. Really beautiful designs. Love that one. Look how beautiful that looks. That's just amazing. What I love about this card, looks like it's been die cut into the card, and then the actual sort of skeleton part has been put back in over the coloured card. Amazing. Using the stencils there. Lots of beautiful designs. The design team have gone to town on these ones. They look absolutely incredible. If you want those today, £75 or $99. Platinum price, really good, £60 or $79.20. So really great price in those ones. Right, Leanne, I believe you've got a demo with these ones.
I do. We're going to use the Cosmos, which I love. And I have to say, I was very selfish when I put this floral range together with our team, because I picked all of my favourite flowers. Hellebore, if anybody knows me, knows that I've got several in our garden, all different colours. I love them for their year-round flowers. I love Cosmos, I love peony, I love roses, I love echinacea, my favourite large daisy in the garden. So I was self-indulgent with all of these florals. It's an exceptional collection, isn't it? So we're going to use Cosmos and we're going to create this card here and use the die to create this layered, almost printed paper type background, but we're going to colour it in, and then if I just flash that, can you see we're using clear sparkle in there as well? Can you just catch that shimmer in the pink leaves?
Oh, yes.
So you're creating your own watercolour background using the black outline and then doing a little bit of spot colouring as well. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to start with Kel Surprise, cutting out one of the black outlines. So I've got the die, I've got my piece of black cardstock, bit of repositionable tape just to stop it moving around, die card and plate. Put the sandwich together, which is exactly the same as the sandwich we've just used for that creator card that we just cut, and then run it. Actually, this has got the... So look, this is a perfect demonstration of why when the turntable comes out, you need it. Did you see what I was doing there? I was contorting myself to get these plates in the machine. I don't need to do that anymore when I've got a turntable. But I forget that I've got it.
We're not used to one,
because
that's
I'm
why.
not used to it. And then, of course, I can turn it and retrieve the plates when they come out the other side. So when that turntable is in stock, do get it to work with your machine if you don't want to contort yourself as I just was. It just depends whether it's the turntable or the slider feet which speak to you the most. And I'm a bit like you, Debbie. Which one's the best?
I know, they've both got their good functions, haven't they?
They do.
See, I've just looked at you doing that thinking, now I do need that turntable.
Exactly, because previous to that, I was slider feet. Now I might be turntable, because I was contorting and you don't need to.
Yeah, absolutely.
So once you've cut that out, you can see it's cut that beautifully. I'm just going to give it a little tap. All of the pieces will come out, and then I can release that from the die. This little hole here at the top starts off the release of the piece of paper from the die. Peel it up, and then your little landlocked pieces can all be popped out with the pokey tool. And I'm not going to make you watch me do that, because we watched me do that earlier. So it's been cut absolutely beautifully and perfectly. Move that to the side. I've got a couple of pieces already done here for you, where I've taken the time to push out all of the little landlocked pieces.
They are beautiful.
Aren't they beautiful?
Yeah,
now,
really beautiful.
That on its own, with a sentiment, is a lovely card.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Nothing else. It's
Nothing
gorgeous.
else.
So what I've done is take some of my aqua markers, and the aqua markers I've taken are rose, pink and tulip, and I've just done a smooshed background technique to get that result with rose, pink and tulip. You've seen us do that on watercolour shows many, many times. So I've done that, and then I'm going to decide where my die cuts go. Okay. So you would just choose whether you want them half on, all on, it's entirely up to you. And I'm going to fast forward to this little piece here, because I don't want to waste one of those die. Honestly, that for me is a card in its own right, with a sentiment.
I agree.
A black matten layer underneath, like that, just to make a pop and tie in with that black die cut on there. A sentiment, done. Imagine how quick those cards are that you're going to be able to achieve with each of those different florals on. beautiful for doing notelet sets as gifts to people, if you're selling them, if you just need a quick card and you need to wax some ink on, put a die cut, stick it together, you can have that card done in 5 minutes.
That's a wow card.
It's a wow card in 5 minutes, and the dies will do that for you. I have to say, cutting these out in black and doing them like this, one of my favourite ways to use these dies. They're absolutely gorgeous.
And we've all got backgrounds like that we've done multiples of, that we've got in our stash.
Absolutely. Now, this is one where you're getting a little sneak peek to what I've done, but I just want to finish this off with another little bit of die in the corner here, that floral. And don't be afraid to cut little pieces and cut it into sections so that you've got some of it coming off the side as well as a full piece. To do that, you're just going to use your dotty tape pen on the reverse, and you're going to apply your dotty adhesive on your die cut. Okay, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do. So, dotty adhesive all over. There we go. And then pick that up and just choose how you would like to position that on that piece. So I'm not quite loving it like that because that was overlapping there and I didn't like it. So I can just keep turning it round, and actually that works for me. So I'll commit that by pushing that down with my dotty, and I've got no glue popping out all over. Then I'm just going to take my scissors, which are hiding in my Gemini. There we go. Take my scissors and now just trim like this, that away from the side of that piece of card, just like that. Now this piece can be used additionally on another piece of card if you want to, because I could just have a couple of those florals popping out of the side on that one if I wanted to. So I'm not wasting anything, I'm just deciding how and where those little pieces are going together. So you can use them in multiple times. So I've got this one all finished now, and I like that extra large floral in there. Then what you do is just take a wet brush with some water. I'm looking to see if I've got any water over there. I haven't. But a wet brush with some water and do some faux bleaching in these areas, which is what I've done here. And that's just flooding with water, mopping away with a kitchen towel, leaves this area inside the petals and inside the leaves much lighter than the rest of the background. Once you've done that, you simply take your tri-blend or your tri-colour aqua or whatever your colouring medium is that you want to use, and colour in the flowers. And of course you can drag that colour out with your water as well if you want to. However, what I wanted to do with my florals is have a lovely shimmer in the background too. So what I've done is added that aqua marker and then taken a clear sparkle pen and used that as my paintbrush. What that does is drag out the colour, blend it into the background, and gives you that lovely intense shine and shimmer on your petal as you work around. And you can decide to use a couple of colours if you want to, or you can keep it pretty flat and monotone if you want to. The choice is entirely yours. But you're going to use your clear sparkle to do your watercolouring on your petals and on your leaves. So the same would apply with all of the little leaves as well. And I'm just going in with the aqua marker. You see, I'm adding that colour in, and then I'm committing that colour with my clear sparkle, and I'll get that lovely shimmer and shine. But because we've got the die cut outline on there, it gives you a reservoir to work with so that the colour does not come outside of that die cut space. It is contained. Once you've done that, you're going to mat and layer it up. So you would mat and layer onto a piece of black card, and then I've just got a little white stepper card that's been put together here. That would go there. And then I've got a couple of sentiments. I've got a little piece of card here. Look how easy this is to build up. I've got one to show you finished as well. Pop that on there. A little bit of ribbon across here with a bow. A little sentiment on there for a special friend. And when you've done all of that, this is what you would have as your result, where you've used those die cuts to create that custom background for yourself, and then it's being coloured in each of those petals. And look, the shimmer from that lovely clear sparkle pen is gorgeous in there. And I think you'll agree that creates a very pretty card pretty quickly and without much skill needed at all. And it's those beautiful, detailed, open floral die cuts that make that possible, Debbie. They're so usable. Don't underestimate the power of these dies. They're easy in their simplicity, but powerful in the impact that they make, and also very, very easy to use in so many different ways. We looked at the samples that Debbie had earlier, paper piecing, on acetate, on watercoloured backgrounds, just on their own with water splashed in the background. So many different ways you can use these, and every single one of them will look exquisite. If you haven't gone for these yet, I would say go for them, because these flowers are going to be around in your garden for the next 100 years. They're never going to go out of fashion. And so you're going to be able to dip in and use these when you really need them, and you need to do something quick but beautiful and impactful. Or just sit and have a lovely crafty afternoon. They're going to be one of those things you go back to, I think, Debbie.
Yeah, I absolutely love them, and there's something different to what we've done in the past, so they're absolutely beautiful. So a quick recap on these. I'm going to let Leanne say that one again. What is this one called again?
Echinacea.
Echinacea. I'm going to have to get my head around that. So Echinacea, we've got our Cosmos, which is the one Leanne was just using. So if you wanted to use those ones in your demos, in your crafting, you can. We've got our Cherry Blossom, which I absolutely love. Our beautiful roses there, which is lovely. We've got our peonies, our lilies. That's a gorgeous one. I do love lilies. We've got our hellebore, and we've also got the anemone in that one as well. So all of those today, you're getting a whole collection, £75 or $99. Absolutely lovely to have in your stash, those ones. Right, we are going to go back to our Gemini machine. The Gemini II had its official launch on Crafters TV today. We had launch show at 2 p.m, so you can go back and watch that, but we are going to be covering a lot of it again today anyway. It's just amazing. We've got our Gemini II machine today for £229.99 or $329.99. It's 100, it's 1,000, what am I talking about, 100, 1,000 extra bonus points you are getting on your Club Inspire, which is incredible. That could take you up to that next level. So it's a great one to have in addition to your actual Gemini machine as well. It also is a machine that's not been updated in its pressure or performance. That is exactly the same as our Gemini machines and what you come to expect from our the name the Gemini. But what it does do is offer you all these extra additional items that we've upgraded, including the plates, which is a really great thing for anybody. The slider feet for me are just a game changer. I think they're amazing. Someone did ask earlier about the slider feet, saying that how do you stop it from moving? Once you've got it down, because it's quite a weighty machine, it will stay in place. But because the glider feet, as soon as you move it, then it will move. They're magic. I think they're just magic feet. That's what we should call them. But they're a bit. Leanne was telling us a story about the sliders on the settees that you can get, but you have to pay additional costs for those. We're not asking you to pay additional costs for those slider feet. They come with your Gemini. We've also had a lot of comments about the turntable plate. That will be coming in a couple of weeks, so keep tuned for that, because we will be selling that as an additional cost as well. So absolutely amazing. But for now, I think we're going to head back to Leanne, and she's going to show us what else this machine can do.
So in our 2 o'clock launch show today, there was a lady whose name escapes me, I apologise, Tracy, asked, how do you emboss a stencil in your Gemini 2? And we said, we're going to check. I told you what I thought the sandwich was. We've been and checked that. I was correct, I think, from what I said there. We're going to reiterate it now and show you how to emboss a stencil in your Gemini 2 machine. So you're building up from the bottom. I've just got a regular craft stencil here. And I've got some mirror card and some white card. We'll do both so you can see the difference. And you're building up your plates. We're going bottom up. So you've got cutting plate, white cutting plate, metal shim, plastic frosted shim. Then you've got your stencil. Then you've got your card. And because I've got my decorative surface, I'm going to have my decorative surface facing down. So then you've got your card. Then you've got your rubber mat. There we go. And then you've got your next clear plate. The only plate that you don't put in is your magnetic. You don't need it. Now, I'm saying that sometimes I have to say I have done a stencil and I've put all of my plates in. If I feel a little bit of extra oomph or a little bit of extra depth, just to get a deeper emboss on my stencil, I'll put the magnetic in. So you can try it without, see if you like it. If you don't like it and you want a little bit of extra oomph, you can put it in. It's not going to hurt it. And of course, remember your machine, if it doesn't like the sandwich or it can't take the thickness, it spits it back out at you. So we're going to feed that through. How quiet is the machine? So whisper. It is. Silence. Is golden. And then I'll pick it up. The card's already stuck there. And then look, you've got that beautiful embossed detail from your stencil on your cardstock, and that is the deboss I've got there. So I'm actually going to get another piece of mirror card and do it the other way around, and you'll be able to see the difference between the two. So that's that. I'm going to leave that where it's at. Another piece of mirror card, look. And I put the mirror facing down the last time, didn't I? I'm this time going to put it facing up, and we'll see the difference. So I'm going to pop the rubber back on there. There we go. And then the clear plate, well, it's not clear anymore, is it? It's white. The cutting plate on top, and then feed that through. This is great if you're inking through your stencils. I like to either ink and then do this, or do this then ink, because you get that lovely little bit of raised texture through the inking on your stencil, especially using your shimmer inks or your new Duet. They look absolutely fantastic. And then if I take that, you should be able to see the slight difference. So here, the petals are raised. That's the emboss. Here, the petals are depressed. That's the deboss. So depending on whether you want the deboss look or the emboss look, you would face your mirror card away or to the stencil, and you'll get the different look. You can see on the trellis there, how the trellis is popping out there. That's emboss. When you look at the trellis here, look, it's popping inside, it's deboss. So just depending on which way you put your card, but that is the sandwich you need. So just to reiterate that with your stencil, you're going to do cutting plate, metal, frosted shim, stencil, card, rubber, cutting. And then put it through with your stencil and you'll get that beautiful emboss or deboss result, depending on what you want to do.
It's so amazing because earlier in the launch show, Leanne showed us how you can cut out your foam and make stamps. So you can make stamps out of your dies, and now you can make embossing out of your stencils. So I love that. It's such a versatile machine. Everyone's saying that's beautiful, Leanne. That's gorgeous technique, Leanne. It's a beautiful card. And everyone's saying for a beautiful card from before. We've also got a message from Sandra. She's having difficulty with her 5x7-inch jigsaw die. Could you tell her what plates to use in the Gemini II?
Absolutely, I could. So your 5x7 jigsaw die is going to be a mixed media die. And actually, I've just got myself 2 mixed media dies out to cut. So why don't I cut them at the same time as I talk to you about it, Sandra? So what you will need for mixed media dies is your cutting plate, which is white, and then your second cutting plate. You need your 2 cutting plates, and you need your frosted shim. Now that is it for your 5x7 jigsaw die. That's all you need. However, if when you say you're having trouble with it, you've got some areas that haven't quite cut, how are you positioning that die on your plate? And I'm going to use my user guide as an example. I'll use my envelope. I'll use my envelope as an example. No, I'm going to use my user guide because it'll fit on the plate. There we go. Are you positioning it like this when you put it through? So it's 5x7 and it's really tight. Or are you positioning it like this on your larger plates? If you're having some trouble with it, position it like this. So you've got space all around it. If you've still got some areas that maybe haven't quite cut, because remember, with a jigsaw die, a lot of the time we're cutting through mount board, adhesive, and photograph all at the same time. Depending on the adhesive that you've used, it could be a firmer adhesive, so it might need a little bit of extra oomph when it goes through there. If that's the case, you might need to add in your metal shim. And I'm going to use my metal shim to cut the fabric. So this is what you would do if that's the solution that you need. You've got your cutting plate, your metal shim, Your material, we're going to pretend this is your mount board. I've got 8 layers of cotton there. Then your mixed media die, that is your jigsaw die in your case, Sandra. I like to hold it still, just so it doesn't move around. And then you're going to put your shim on top, your frosted shim, and then your final cutting plate and run that through the machine.
How quiet, whisper and fast. Quiet and fast. 21% faster.
21% faster. Now then, you see there when I've removed my plates, that's just come straight away there. So precise, so it's gone through 8 layers of quilting cotton like a hot knife through butter, and that would be the same for your jigsaw die, Sandra. So the addition of the metal shim will help you massively. And don't worry about this scarring and marking on your metal shims. You want that. It shows that you're using it to its best effect to get the best results. And you need all of that scarring and marking on your plates. You can't die cut and keep pristine plates. You want them to look like a dog's breakfast. It means you're using them and loving them and getting the best out of them. So we can see here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 die cut butterflies, and also going to be able to use the waste pieces there for some reverse applique because the quality of the cut is so precise. There's no little whiskers and little hairy bits and little fibres of fabric left behind. It's just a beautiful clean cut. That's now ready to applique fully and reverse applique if that's what you want to do, and it cut through 8 layers effortlessly using a mixed media die. It would be the same for your mount board with your jigsaw die, Sandra.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. Well, I think Hannah has summed it up. She's put, wow, Leanne is busting out all the techniques I've not seen before. It's like a mini masterclass and I'm loving it. Absolutely, Hannah. And this is what these shows are good for. So always let us know if there's anything you'd like to see, anything that you have difficulty with, anything that we could possibly help you with. We're always happy to help. We are fully social. So pop your comments in and our lovely Susie will send them through to the studio. So let's have a look. Oh, cardstock. So Angela Jones is saying, Leanne, please, please, please bring back the luxury cardstock in pale dogwood and morning mist.
Oh,
I don't remember those.
Which collections was that from?
She just says they were her absolute favourites, dogwood and morning mist. Tell us what they were in, what collection. Maybe they were a coordinations cardstock, I don't know.
Well, the luxury cards, the glitter card. So I wonder if maybe we had some of that luxury card, the glitter, in like a Sarah or a Nature's Garden. We've given it a name, and so I think they've been part of a collection. Let us know which collection. We can go back and have a look for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And Christina is asking, what sparkle pen did you use, Leanne?
Clear.
There you go, nice and easy. We do a pack of 3 sparkle pens, the clear ones, so you can get them and they'll be honestly so useful for all your crafts, which is incredible. So just go onto the website, you'll find all those different categories. Go under the Spectrum Noir and you'll be able to find the glitter, clear glitter sparkle pens. There's lots on our website. You can shop the whole day. You can shop obviously for your Gemini II. It's got some incredible offers on there. We're still in £10 Tuesday, so you will find lots of extra bits on those, which is incredible. But for now, we're having a look at our Gemini II. It's the most incredible die cutting machine out there on the market to date. It has all the pressure you'd expect from the Gemini name, all the performance and the precision. It's just been updated with lots of amazing add-ons, and I have to say, Leanne and the team have nailed this machine. It is not only beautiful and sleek, the performance, the things that it does, the USB, everything about this machine is amazing. So Leanne's going to show us a little bit more about it.
So I thought, let's just use a mixed media die again, but let's cut some really thick, real upholstery leather and then emboss it. So you can see that it really does still perform exceptionally for you, and so many different mixed and multimedia things you can do. I'm also going to show you how the smaller plates, the 6x9 plates, will work in the machine with that optical sensor. So I've got my 6x9 cutting plate, my thick leather, my mixed media tag die, and then I've got my my other white cutting plate and my frosted shim. They all get laid up inside. I know that I don't need my metal shim for leather, it'll just work without, but you can see there in the mouth of the machine there, in the 9-inch space that we've got with that optical sensor, that the plates now can go anywhere in that area. They do no longer have to be fed through in a horizontal fashion to activate those two sensors. They can be fed through in the portrait fashion because your optical sensor will pick them up wherever they are in that 9-inch space. Offer it forward and it works for you effortlessly. So your smaller plates, be it the junior size of 6x9 or the go size of 3x6, will work in that mouth space in the larger machine anywhere you want to position it because of that optical sensor. You'll see that this leather has cut absolutely effortlessly, like a warm knife through butter. I'm showing the reverse because you can see the texture. This is a really thick upholstery leather, not the kind of leather you use on a jacket, and it's real leather. And then I'm going to take my 3D embossing folder because I want to emboss this tag for a mixed media project, popping that inside and then using a cutting plate and the frosted shim. I'm not going to add in the magnetic, which you would use for a 3D embossing folder with card, because the leather is so thick, I don't need it. And that's what you need to do with your plates. Use the minimum to start, add in things if you need it. Don't start with the maximum and take things out. That's where I think a lot of us slip up or go wrong. So take out and put in if you need, and you'll not go far wrong with that. So pop this through with the 3D embossing folder, and you see, so easy with that 6x9 plate to just pop it straight through anywhere in that mouth because of the optical sensor. And now when we reveal that, you've got a beautiful 3D patterned embossed leather tag there that can be used as a handbag decoration. It could be a strap to make a bracelet, could be in any mixed media project that you're producing. You've just got that beautiful 3D emboss, and of course the power and the pressure that you get in Gemini makes that possible, and the 9-inch optical sensor means that you can use any size of plate in that mouth.
Yeah, how incredible is that? So I'm sure you've got all sorts of materials. I know Leanne's got a board, so we'll take a look at that in a second, because it gives you so many other options of what you can cut through your Gemini machine. You could be someone that likes your mixed media. There is so many different options of what you can cut through. Just looking around the house, I've done sandpaper before, and it makes a great mixed media to put onto your projects. Mount board, leather, all those sort of things are quite incredible. The machine itself, the Gemini machine, has been upgraded in its casing, in its look. It has those drop-down panels. Everything about it is sleek and fast and quiet. It's the machine, I think, that everybody, if you don't already own it, would aspire to own, because it is the most incredible machine. We're going to go back and look at that board because Leanne's got all the pieces on there, and there's many more as well of what you can cut through your Gemini machine.
This is just an example of some of the different things that you can cut, Debbie. It's a soupçon, a suggestion. You will be able to cut so many more things, and these are all cut with the standard plates that come in the box. No additional plates have been used preparing this board. We've done 300 GSM pearl card, we've done mirror card, glitter card, mount board, acetate, vellum, card packaging, tissue paper layers and several tissue paper layers, crepe paper layers, chalkboard, vinyl, funky foam, adhesive foam, flower foam, hessian, felt, denim, self-adhesive cork, faux leather, real leather, fleece fabric, cotton fabric layers. You've seen me cut 8 100% quilting cotton standard in one pass. Sticker sheet, shrink plastic, craft metal, wood veneer, magnetic sheet, net fabric, and the list goes on. It really does. That's just an idea of the different types of materials that you're going to be able to cut and cut effortlessly with your Gemini 2 machine. I've got my foil press platform here because I wanted to show you that as well. I've just shown you how the Gemini Junior plates go through that optical sensor, no problem at all. If you've got a foil press, you can also use your foil press in the Gemini 2 machine effortlessly. You no longer need the large extender platform to go on top. Just take your foil press exactly as it comes in the box with the top plate that comes and was created for the Junior. Heat it up, put your die, your foil and everything in there, and then just take it to your platform. It supports it because you've got the fold down platform now, which makes it so much easier. And then just offer it forward and it will go straight through for you. So now your foil press, using it in your Gemini 2, is effortless and easy by just offering it forward and letting it go. And you can run it through as many times as you like. I could keep a conveyor belt of these going if I wanted to. It makes it very, very easy for you to do. And it doesn't have to be in the middle of that 9-inch opening that you use it. It could be, if we wanted, at the very left or very right. The optical sensor means that this will pick up the foil press or any plate size for you, and it will feed it through, no problem at all. So that now revolutionises foil press for you too, because you can use that platform without the extender plate.
Wow, that is such an amazing demo. It does wow me every single time that it can just go through on any part of that platform. Now, if you do have a foil press, Craig will be in the studios next Friday, and he is going to be doing a foil press special using the Gemini 2. So if you do have the foil press, you'll definitely want to catch that show. But for now, we're going to let you check out your boxes, check out your baskets even. Have a look at this.
I have to tell you, every single person works tirelessly behind the scenes, and I can't just give a shout out to one person, because for me it has to be John, Tracy and Jake.
Going to give a shout out to our backstage hero, and I'm actually going to say heroes. It has got to be our product coordination team. It's got to be.
Because without those three people, when we're on air, we wouldn't be able to function like we do. They make sure we have everything we need, right from the samples to the product to having a drink of water throughout the show. They really look after us.
You see us day in, day out, 7 days a week, live on TV. We're crafting away, we're hopefully inspiring you. Every single card, every single product, every single tool that we touch has come from product coordination. Those guys are the unsung hero. They're there making sure we have the products, we have the inks, we have the tools, we have everything that we need. We have the power to actually work our Gemini ranges. The smooth running of behind the scenes of Crafters TV is all down to our product coordination team.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Are we in trouble or are we all right? Yeah. Should be coming in. Should be coming. What does she do?
Exactly how he looks.
This is awesome! This is awesome!
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
And I watch you every day, and it's just what really gets you through when you're really at rock bottom.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the product.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
Feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
Massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously, the people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
Welcome back everyone, and now today has been a very exciting day here at Crafters TV. We have been launching the amazing Gemini II machine. It's the machine that's been upgraded with all the goodness that you could possibly pack into a machine, including the sleekness, the look of it, the white, the raspberry, everything about it. But they're only sort of the sort of pleasing aspects of looking at the machine. Actually having those fold down plates that hold your plates in place are amazing. Having all that storage compartments in them as well. Having a machine that's quieter, one that's faster, it's all incredible. And then on top of that, Leanne's only gone and made better plates for us all. I mean, what more could we want? Well, how about 1,000 extra points? I mean, who doesn't want that when they're buying a machine? I love that we're giving you all those goodies today. An exceptional price for our Platinum members, £183.99 or $263.99. It's absolutely amazing. And remember, if you're putting your Gemini 2 into your basket and you want to go for that goodie bag that we've got on, it's an amazing goodie bag. It's already half price, so don't worry if you've not gone for a Gemini machine. You can buy it and you'll get it half price. It's £150, well, $300 for $150, so it's half price, but you'll get that half price again, so another 50% off of that, so £75 if you put the machine in your basket as well and check out just those two items. If it's from the UK, the bag is worth $250. You'll get it for £100. Is it £100? $125, and you'll get it for £62.50, which is your additional cost. But for the quickest way to get it to you and for the magic of the system to work, just put those two things in the basket and check them out. We've also been guaranteed that they're going to be shipped to you this week, so you will get them quite quickly. So I'm really excited about that, so I bet you all can't wait. Now we're going to head back over to Leanne, who's going to do a little bit more on this amazing machine.
I just really want to tell you why the Gemini 2 is such a fantastic machine and why you, I believe, really need it in your arsenal at home. The Gemini 2 has been improved from our original Gemini machine. We've added a number of features and benefits which improve the user experience. Those features and benefits are some of them aesthetic and some of them when it comes to the performance. The first thing we've done is include for you these 4 slider feet on the bottom of the machine, and that means that you can now move this machine around effortlessly on your desktop when you're crafting near yourself and you need to push it away, and you don't any longer need to pick this up and heave the machine around. So you've got your glide feet. We've also got our fold down plate supporting platforms. This supports your plates on the way into the machine and on the way out of the machine. A lot of you did say to us that you wanted your plates to be supported as you use them, and you can see that platform self-supports your plates on the way in and on the way out. Because you've got those fold-down platforms now, we've also given you these 2 lift-up magnetic storage compartments, which are the perfect place for you to store all of your crafty tools, maybe your dies, maybe your pieces of cardstock. They're magnetic. Move to the top of the machine and you've got your incorporated media stand, which gives you the perfect place for your media to watch your craft tutorials, to watch YouTube, to watch Crafters TV and join us, to FaceTime your family or whatever it is you want to do. Maybe it's your virtual craft group. So your media stand is there for all of your tablets and mediums. Underneath there, we've got incorporated storage for your most readily accessible dies. You've got that recess for those dies, and you've got a storage compartment here for all of your tools inside as well. That's the outside of the machine. Oh, and can I just also mention confident click buttons, which do smoothly fit in with the top of the machine there. On the back, if you're using your media, then you need to be using USB slots as well. So we've included 3 USB slots that you can see there, which allows you to keep your media charged when you're watching it, or to charge anything else that you want to use in your craft room from the main power supply source of the Gemini. They're the aesthetics on the outside. Inside the machine, we've included a full-length 9-inch optical sensor, which will take your plates of any size and any orientation at any position in that mouth. The full 9-inch optical light beam sensor included in the machine for you now. Plus, we've made upgrades to the motor, which makes this machine 21% faster than the original Gemini and also much, much quieter. I just want to show you very quickly how fantastic this machine is with its detailed die cutting. And while I'm doing that, I want to talk to you about the upgrades we've made to the plates. So we've improved the plates. The 2 cutting plates are now white for the optical sensor. We've improved the material of the 2 white cutting plates. This is a die I was cutting earlier. And the frosted plate. With the correct and conscientious rotating and flipping of your cutting plates, you will last these 3 times as long. Your frosted plate with conscientious rotating and flipping will last you 10 times as long. I've got a piece of white cardstock and a beautiful detailed die here. I'm just going to hold that in place and then put my sandwich together. All of the sandwich configurations that you need are in the user manual included in the box. Take that forward and offer it through the machine. How quiet was that? Really beautifully quiet now. If I just remove my repositionable tape, and by the way, I put a large 5x7 very detailed die cut in the middle of my plate, the most difficult place to cut. And then when I remove that die, and then just remove all of the little landlocked pieces by giving it a little rub there, you'll see that the detail that our machine is able to cut is of the reliability, the power, the performance, the precision, the detail that you have come to expect from your Gemini machines. It is not compromised in any way. It is that beautiful, beautiful result, and it delivers it to you time after time with no compromise at all. I'm going to fast forward to one where I've pushed out all of the little landlock pieces already for you, because you don't need to watch me doing that. That is the type of precision that you can achieve with your Gemini II, and I'm sure you agree. It's an absolutely exceptional machine which deserves a place in any craft room.
Does. It is an amazing machine with the utmost precision on what you can do with it. Lots of pressure in the Gemini 2, but it's beautiful, it's sleek, it's powerful, it's everything you'd expect the Gemini to be, and so much more as well. I think this Gemini 2 is taking everybody by storm, and I know you're all loving it and can't wait for it to come to you. Right, something else that will work with your Gemini 2 is our twirling characters. Now we've got 3 new characters here for us at Crafters TV. We've got our twirling pig. Absolutely love him. He's just the best. I mean, it looks like a pig chef. Has he got a little chef's hat on there? Absolutely amazing. I love that one. And we've got our sheep as well. So we've got our twirling sheep. And we've also got in that collection our twirling, is it a chick or a duck? A duck. And also in that we have our Nina cardstock. So you're getting 16 sheets of our amazing Nina cardstock to use with them, which is incredible. And then I'm going to show you just one of each sample. Are you ready for this? Now, when you make these cards, my biggest tip to give you is when you give them to someone, make sure, oh, I'd already let it go. You make sure, do it with the other ones, make sure that you twirl it before you shut them. And then when you open them, ta-da! Look at that. That pig is just absolutely brilliant. I love him. And then we've got our sheep as well. And again, so when your recipient opens them, he's going to twirl round and that sheep's going to twirl. Didn't twirl that one very good, did I? But just twirl them round. You can put some invisible wire down there. Some cotton's going to work. These are just great, really fun. They're $23.97 or $29.85. So that's a really good deal on those. Now, back to our Gemini II machine. It is the launch of the Gemini II today. You can go back and watch Leanne's hints and tips and the whole show of the launch at 2 p.m. today, so you can go back and watch that. But we are covering lots of it in tonight's show as well, just to show you how remarkable this machine actually is. One of the best upgrades I think about this machine for me, because also the performance is second to none, the same you'd expect with any Gemini, is the slider feet. I absolutely love those, but the performance with the cutting mats and everything else that comes with this machine, you're going to absolutely love. And Leanne's going to take us through a little bit more with the Gemini II.
What would you like to see, Debbie?
Oh, now there's a question. What would I like to see?
What would you like to see, Debbie?
I love cutting mount board.
Do you?
I
Should we do some more mount
It's
board?
one of my favourite things. I love mount board. I love making little decorations with mount board. I think it's a great medium to use.
Okay.
Yes.
So I've done circles up to now with the frames. Would you like me to do a different shape?
Oh, yes.
What shape would you like, Debbie? I've got a triangle, a square, boring, and a heart.
Oh, a heart.
Should we do a heart?
Yes.
Should we do a heart frame?
Oh, yes, please.
Why not?
I love that you've done these frames today with that circle, because that's not something I thought about doing before. And I love that idea.
And I can't take credit for it, Debbie. Sheena did it.
Oh.
Sheena did it on a show.
Right.
Sheena did it on a show, and I was like, oh, you clever little bunny.
I've never thought about
She
doing
did it
that.
with her paint fusion, and she painted it all up and then gilded it, and it looked like a piece of metal. So go and watch those back. It's fantastic. If you want to do what Sheena was doing, your mount board and your circle dies with your Gemini.
Oh,
Amazing.
I might have to ask her to repeat tomorrow.
Go on, get her to show you. Honestly, absolutely gorgeous. Right, so we're going to do the hearts. So let's get those out. Okay, we've got our piece of mount board. And then we just need to choose which two hearts we're going to use. So, cutting plate on the bottom, conscientiously flipping and rotating, as I always say, my mount board on there. And then you just choose, you know, how big you want your frame to be and how big you want the aperture to be. So, you know, it would be a very thin frame. If I did this, it would be like a whisper frame. But if you want to go a little bit deeper and you want a wider frame, then you just come down your nested layers. Let's go this depth. That'll be a nice sized frame, wouldn't
really
it?
nice.
For a card or for a stand-up photo frame. You can make your own photo frame with that. It'd be absolutely gorgeous. So I quite like that amount of distance. So we're going to use our repositionable tape just to stop those moving. I just like to put it in one place because then it keeps the equidistance of the frame that I've put together. Don't know where I got that word from after 8 hours of live TV.
I like it.
Equidistant. Mr. Wilson, my English teacher, would be incredibly proud of me right now. He really would. Rather than saying, Leanne talks far too much. which is what he used to say in my school reports, along with Mr. Malpass, my physics teacher. Ironic, bearing in mind I develop electronic machines, which relies on the law of physics a lot, who said, Leanne has absolutely no aptitude for this subject whatsoever. Please send a magazine to the next lesson.
How rude. And look at you now.
And Mr. Malpass, shame on you. Anyway, let's not get too deep into that. I've got my cutting plate, my mount board, and my 2 heart dies. And then I've got my clear and my final cutting plate. That's all I need. I don't believe I need the metal shim in here because I'm not cutting a fabric or a really detailed die. I think it's going to be absolutely fine. Just offer that through the machine with your mount board. I have to say, since I watched Sheena do this, it's been my new favourite thing to do, make lovely mount board frames. And not just mount board frames, sentiments.
Yes.
Really, really good to do.
Well, I was actually thinking earlier, with your circles, you can make pom-poms out of that.
You absolutely could make pom-poms. Oh, you can make a pom-pom thingy. Yes, Debbie.
Yeah.
Massive, Debbie.
I know.
Massive pom-poms.
All different sizes with your nested ties.
Oh my word, Debbie.
I thought about it earlier and I thought,
Debbie.
can we make all sorts of stuff? Why have we not thought about that before?
A pom-pom of that size.
I know.
As earrings. That's something I need in my life. I could cut these out and take them down for Ada.
Yes.
And make pom-poms with Ada.
You could do little ones, so they're for her little fingers.
Yes.
Yeah.
How fabulous would that be? That is genius, Debbie.
Well, I think that's Sheena we have to give all the credit to.
Honestly, I think you can take the rest of the night off.
Oh,
that's
okay.
Absolutely
I'll see you later.
fantastic. Honestly. Right, so once it's run through, we can pick up the dies and then you can see, look, it's effortless and that cut is absolutely perfect.
That's amazing.
You've got a beautiful mount board frame to use in your crafting for all of your mixed media applications, plus a bonus extra little heart to be used in another way. However, if you want to, you just go back with another die. If you want to make another frame, in that piece that you've just cut out, let's say I want a deeper frame like that. I just go back with that and a little bit of repositionable tape. Put it in the place I would like to die cut. Keep it still. I've die cut there, so conscientious rotating and flipping. I'm doing as I say, not just as I'm doing as I say, not just as I do, if that makes sense. Pop that on there now, and then this can go back through again, and I can make an additional frame. I could have put all 3 dies on at the first go if I'd wanted to, but I've just decided I want an additional frame right now. Nothing to stop me going through that whole process again. It's absolutely fantastic. And then I must just show you what I've been doing with the waist as well. So here we go. Remove my repositionable tape just carefully. And there I've got another frame. And I've got an extra little heart down there. Nicola's just saying in my ear, can you make a heart-shaped pom-pom? I don't think that would work.
No, I don't think it will work, no.
I think it would just be an explosion of bits of cut wool.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it would be...
You just look like you'd have a really uneven
messy pom-pom. But if you want to make a really messy one, nothing to stop you trying, Nicola. Yeah, might be your thing. Now look, out of that one piece of mount board, 2 beautiful frames with those mixed media dies and a little heart embellishment. And then this piece of mount board, I use this as a mask for my inking techniques.
Amazing.
And so I put that down on the card. You can draw a line through it, do your little dots and dashes with your Spectrum R fine liners if you want to, but I actually do inking through it with Duet ink pads, and you get that lovely heart shape, so you can use it as a mask as well on your other crafting pieces. So with one piece of mount board, you've got a mask or a stencil, 2 frames and an embellishment. That's how great using these dies are.
Yeah, absolutely.
With the power of your Gemini machine. It just opens up a world of possibilities to you.
Yeah, that's absolutely incredible. I can't believe after all this time of crafting, I've never thought to do that. And in fact, where did I just read? Robbie has just said, until Sheena, I'd not thought of using mount board cutouts before. Now my imagination is running wild. I'm not surprised because mine is too. That's incredible. Lynn is saying that's lovely, Leanne. Teresa's saying, Leanne, you are forgetting to use the turntable. Oh, when you're putting it through. Yes, I'd not even see that. I know, it's terrible, isn't it? It's because we're not used to a turntable.
Yeah.
I think you've just got to get used to those, because it is a luxury, isn't it?
It really is a luxury, but it's an affordable luxury.
Yes.
And I need to get in the habit of doing that, don't I? And just making life easy rather than reaching over, because that's what we're used to doing.
I know.
And you just do what you're used to, don't you? And I mean, it makes it so much easier just being able to do that. So I'll do it the next time. I'm sorry.
I know, it is terrible. I'm the same with Totally Tiffany's rotating board. I love using it, and when I use it, I think, oh my God, it's just brilliant. And then I end up colouring an image and not using it, thinking I've forgotten to use it again. So it is just one of those things. When I've got a craft room, I'll have it out, so I'll be able to use it all the time, which is great. Linda saying, does the dye cleaning brush fit in the storage area of the recess? I think it might be a bit too thick, is it?
Too chunky. So let me just show you, because I think, you know, if you're asking, you need to see that. Our dye cleaning brush is a chunky tool, and so it is a little too large to fit into that recess area. So it does need to be separate. This is for more of your slimline, easy to access tools. Let's see about the, no, bit too chunky for the dye brush, but for all of your slimline tools.
I suppose what you could do though is it may not store in there, but when you're using it, it can be popped in the top. Yeah,
like that.
So it's easy at hand.
Yeah. When you've got your media stand up, absolutely, you can put whatever you like there in your easy to access places. And then as long as you're not expecting to be able to close it, absolutely fine.
Yeah, absolutely. There you go. I love that one at the top. I think it's a really great one just for storing anything that you might have, the little bits and pieces that you've got you don't want to lose, maybe tiny little dies. I think it's really good for storing in that top compartment, which is amazing. I also love the magnetic closures as well in the compartments at the side. It means when you pop them up, they don't all come open and everything falling out either. They all stay intact, which is a great one. Right, you've been loving these dies. These are our Floral Outline Dies. They were launched this week. They're absolutely gorgeous. You can use them in so many different ways, and you know how I like a versatile die. I think the fact that you can paper piece them, you can use them as stencils, you can colour into them, out of them. I think they've got so many amazing uses, and they're all so pretty. Like Leanne says, ones that you would find in your garden year after year. They're ones that we don't see a lot of, and actually if you do see them like this lily one, they come in a really different designs that I've not seen like this before. They're absolutely stunning. You're getting all of these dies. You don't have to choose if you go for the 8-piece collection. £75 a day or $99. They are absolutely beautiful. Platinum price £60 or $79.20. Really great one to go for with all of those. And just a few samples. I'll show you what you can be doing with them. I love this one. So this has been done. If I just turn it over, you can see it's acetate. Oh, actually, no, it's not. I'm lying. It's vellum. It's been done onto vellum and then coloured with the alcohol markers. Really, really pretty. Similar one to what Leanne did earlier, which is using that sparkle pen you can see in the background and using your aqua pens to colour that in. You could also do the same thing with your ink pads. I absolutely love that one. I mean, that's just a great sympathy card, isn't it? It's just a really nice one to send someone and says it all. This one's another beautiful one. If you see the background of here, it's been used as a stencil. I absolutely think that's gorgeous. In fact, yes, it has been used as a stencil. I was thinking you could actually heat emboss if you made a stamp out of these as well, like Leanne was doing earlier. Really beautiful. Love that one with that bright pop of colour in the background. This one's been paper pieced, but actually I think the pieces have been kept in and it's just been coloured. That's a really beautiful design. The name of the one that I can't say, is Echinacea, and I keep wanting to say, but I keep wanting to say enchilada. Don't know why.
Well,
so
you eat an enchilada.
Off my tongue.
I know what you mean. Echinacea.
Echinacea, not enchilada. Echinacea. I'm going to have to just keep saying that to Zaf. It probably never sink in. I love that one as well. So lots of amazing designs there using those beautiful floral outline dies. They're brand new to us last week on Crafters TV, and they're going to work amazingly well with your Gemini. Right, I think we're all up to date with all of our questions that are coming in. Sorry if I've missed any, but Christine is saying, hello. Oh, she's saying, hello, Debbie, welcome back. I heard you went on holiday. Was it amazing? Yes, it was absolutely amazing. Thank you very much. But it's like any holiday, Leanne. It's nice to get back into the swing of things, isn't it? Once you've had a holiday, it's just nice to fit back in, nice to get into your own bed, and it'll just, yeah, nice to be back to work, that's for sure.
I like a little bit of routine in my life, Debbie.
Sorry?
I like a little bit of routine in my life.
Yes, I'm a bit like that as well, and I'm a bit of a homebody. I'm a bit unnerved at the moment. I'm actually moving on Thursday, so it's all a bit of a, everything's going through so quickly, but we move house on Thursday, so I literally get back tomorrow night, and then we move the next day, so it's all a bit of a rush, but I get a craft room, which is exciting, so hopefully I'll start to plan that and show you all my pictures along my journey, so that'll be great. Right, now on to the Gemini II, which you've been loving all day. It's been the official launch on Crafters TV. It is the most amazing machine out there, in my opinion. It is the Gemini II. It's had all the great upgrades for the Gemini, but actually still the same performance and precision, which is amazing. Leanne, this machine is just the bee's knees.
It really is, Debbie. It's fantastic. And I thought I'm going to show you again how fabulous this machine is to use with those outline floral dies, because I have to say, if there was a top tip for me for you to get something to go along with your machine, the outline florals are absolutely fantastic, because as you've said, they're so versatile and usable. So we're going to make this card, Debbie, which I think is beautiful. So it's got this lovely fold back. You can see we're using kind of that negative silhouette of the white on a dark cardstock, which I absolutely love. Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
And then we've got this beautiful central panel, which again has been coloured and inked. So let's have a look at how we would make this. So first step would be to have your fold back card, and this is just a I'll get the measurements for you, because I think it'll be good for you, won't it? So the entire piece of card is 31 centimetres long, and then each of these score lines is 5 centimetres, which is 2.5 inches. So 2.5, 2.5. Then you've got a 10 and a quarter, which is about a 4.5 inch panel here, and then 2.5 and 2.5. But actually, you could change any of those measurements to work with whatever size or shape of card you wanted to do. All you've got to do is have a panel and then the same measurement, and then do your folding in, and you get that lovely kind of fold back theatre style card. Once you've done that, oh, I say, Nicholas, it's a theatre card, not a theatre card. A theatre card. And then I've got some die cut pieces of cardstock, well, just cut to matte and layer on there. So we'll just pop them on, and that creates those beautiful accent panels where you're going to put your die cuts. So you would lay those up. And I'm not going to do, am I going to do the whole thing or am I not? It depends how much time I've got. Here we go. We'll see how we get on. So we'll pop them on there, and then on here. Here we go. There we are on that side there. So you see all of these matted and layered pieces. I've just done each separate panel so that they stand out. I think I've lost a piece of card somewhere along the line. Oh, here it is. Is it? No. Oh. So I've lost a panel, so I'm not going to do the whole thing because I'm not going to go and find that now. I've lost one of my panels, but there we go. I'm looking on the floor to see if I've dropped it. No. You would fill another panel in there, and then I've got the same for the centre of the card. Where have I put that? So never mind, I'm sure you'll forgive me, you get the idea, and I have got the finished card to show you. And then with a piece of Nina card, We've just got that ever so slightly smaller again, so that can mat and layer on there. I'm going to chop that down. It's a little bit too long, but you see you've got your piece of Nina, and that's ready to be inked up. Then what you're going to do is cut your 2 floral outlines. So we're starting with our plate, and I'm just turning it around. That's where I cut it the last time, flipping and rotating. I'm going to cut this beautiful peony from this piece of cardstock, and I'm going to do it twice. So I've got the first one on there, and I'm keeping it still with my repositionable tape, putting my sandwich together, which is the thin metal die shim, the frosted shim, the magnetic shim, and the additional cutting plate. I'm going to turn my machine towards me to make this so much easier. And then turn it this way to make the
will be happy.
retrieval so much easier. I've remembered. It's only taken 8 hours. I've remembered.
You've been working a lot of hours today.
Oh
Leann.
dear, it's been a good day, it really has. Then you'll just remove that, find the little release hole which gets the die to come away, and there will be one on your die somewhere. Now another top tip for that is just to give it a light tap. A light tap is not the same as a robust bang. Here it is, I've found it here. So there's the little hole, and what that does is bring that die cut away and allow for easy removal. So just work your way around and look for that space rather than being rambunctious with it. Rambunctious is a good word, isn't it? So there's the first die cut. I'm going to do another one because we need 2. So conscientious flipping and rotating. There we go. New piece of card. Die back in that place. Bit of repositionable tape. There we go.
Kimmy says she loves that purple card. Do we know where that's from, Leann?
Oh. I will find out for you. Give me a second.
It is a nice colour. It's like a plum,
It's a beautiful colour, isn't it? I've wrote it down somewhere. I can see over there. I'm going to go and get the bag and read it out to you in a minute. Okay, I'll tell you before the end of the show where it's from. Okay, so I've die cut another one of those beautiful florals. So just peel that away, take your repositionable tape off, find the little pokey hole that allows that to release. You can see that's there. Then that peels away effortlessly. You can take away any of the other little pieces that are landlocked. Beautifully die cut, but just the surrounding card is hanging on to them. Doesn't want to let them go. There you go. There and there. Any bits left? Nope, that's the lot. I'll clean that die out later, so we'll move them to the side for a second. So I've got my 2 die cut pieces there now, which I'm sure you'll agree are absolutely beautiful. And honestly, just that on a piece of white card with a sentiment, it's a card in its own right. That's how beautiful those outline dies are. However, on this piece of Nina, what I would do is position these so that it looks like they're one floral arrangement. And you can snip away a leaf to help you do that if you want to, or you can just lay them over the top of each other. It is entirely up to you. So I'm going to pop that there like that, because I like how that looks. But I'm going to take this little leaf away. So I'm going to get my snips, snippy snip snips, which are stored in my Gemini. There they are. And I'm going to snip that away. So all I do is follow the line, snip that there, and then snip it there and there. That will come away, and it won't be in the way when I come to put my next piece on. If you don't like that little bit in there, you can take that out too. Just use your little snips and customize it until you're happy with it. I would then do the same with this here. So both of those leaves are kind of in the way, this one and this one. So they would get snipped away too. And that's the great thing about how these have been designed, Debbie, because they are very snippable as well.
Snippability, I like that.
I love it because you just create yourself new and customised designs, don't
Yeah.
you? So I've snipped away those 2 leaves, and then that can now get stuck together as this, and it looks like one large floral arrangement. And in fact,
Amazing.
where that petal's touching there, it looks like they're overlapping. It looks like one full design now by just snipping those little leaves away. So I would be using my dotty tape pen for this. I need a scrap piece of card for the dotty tape pen. Come to me. So on the reverse, dotty gets added all the way. Where would we be without a dotty tape pen, Debbie?
Oh, honestly. Well, I've been away and they've all sold out again, Leanne.
Oh, I know.
And I desperately need some, so I might have to ask Tracy if she could
Spare a couple
in her stash.
I'm sure you're special enough for Tracy to do that for you.
I couldn't believe it. I come back to order some more and they were sold out. I was like, and then apparently they'd put them on this offer and were selling 12 in a box at a time. I'm not surprised you bought them up again, and it took a long while to get them back in stock, so no wonder they went out again. For me, I think, apart from the Gemini, they've been the best invention in craft.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a bold
Yeah,
statement.
I could not live without them. I think they're amazing.
What? That is a very bold statement,
Best
Debbie.
thing since sliced bread.
They are fantastic. So I've just moved that around into another direction. There we go. And so you just play with it until it's in the position you would like it to be, and then it will look and feel like one design, which it does now, doesn't it? And then you're going to do exactly as we did earlier. You're just going to choose a marker. I'm using Tri-Blend now, and this was on Nina card, remember. I can just see a little bit there, that's not quite stuck down, and I don't like it. So you can, there we go. It was annoying me, and it would have just been winking at me all the time. Take your Tri-Blend and colour in, using your Tri-Blend, your Tri-Colour, your Classiques, whatever it is, whichever one of your markers you want to use. And then you can do the light to dark or dark to light. It's entirely up to you what you want to do, but you're just going to use your markers to colour in inside of those petals and get that really lovely result. And just choose, you know, where you want the colour to be. And when you're colouring in with one of these die cut outlines, actually all rules go out of the window. You can just choose where you want to put the colour, and it is going to look absolutely beautiful, which you'll see on the finished result I've got for you. But you can use all of the rules that we've used with Tri-Blend and do your colouring in those petals. Do it with your purples, do it with your really dark greys if you want to, entirely up to you. So fill in your floral design, and then take one of your blending brushes, which I'm sure you got, and maybe one of your new Duet ink pads, and then just go around the outside of your card.
What are those brushes?
Do you not know about these, Debbie? Were you on holiday? Debbie, these are our brand new blending brushes.
How have I not seen them?
Debbie, look, these are our brand new, and each one comes in a little case.
Oh my goodness.
Do you love them?
But I've not even seen them. I normally see things that come through on the, you know, on our forms.
Well,
I've not
I mean,
seen
we'll
them.
have a word with ourselves that we didn't let Debbie know.
Oh my goodness.
Because blending
I didn't know we were doing blending brushes.
Yeah, they sold out in like 37 seconds or something like that when we launched the Duet ink pads.
And they've not got a handle.
They've
How
not got
good are they?
Exactly, because the handle's a nightmare because of the bendy swan neck thing. Isn't it amazing where you just get a hold of them and you just rub them in? Do you know, blending onto a Nina card would have been a nightmare in the past, no longer a nightmare because of the quality of the brush that you can see there.
Oh my God, I'm really excited, but I'm really disappointed. They've all sold out.
They'll be back soon, Debbie, never fear.
Wow.
You could use your
They're
quick dry as
amazing.
well if you wanted to with your blending brush. Just add a little bit of extra colour. So now ink pads that you couldn't really blend with before, you can with these brushes. So you'll just go and add your ink all the way around and do your blended background. I feel guilty now. I'm sorry, Debbie.
Honestly,
Debbie,
that's floored me. I'm like, what are
Debbie,
you
are you
using?
in
Where
the office tomorrow?
You what, sorry?
Are you in the office tomorrow, Debbie?
Yes.
I have got one secret pack of 5 in my office, which I am going to gift you.
Really?
Just because of my best crafty friend.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Come and see me tomorrow.
Oh,
see
Leann,
me.
Thank you.
And I'll give you a packet. I've got the
I love them.
last packet of 5 in the business.
Oh, you're so kind.
You can have them, Debbie. Okay. For your new craft room, it's a housewarming gift from me to you.
Yes. Oh, I can't even tell you how excited I am.
So we are going to continue doing that. You're going to colour in your floral, go around and do your inking. When you've done that, this is what you end up with. So it's all been coloured in. We've done our inking around the outside, and then we would pop them onto that piece of card. Remember, you'd have that piece in there as well. And then if I pop to the final one, just the addition of a couple of little sentiments, and then the same die cut that I've coloured in white, but cut in half on either side in a couple of little gems. And I think you'll agree, makes a beautiful theatre card.
That is just one of my all-time favourite cards. I think that is beautiful. Absolutely stunning. I love that smaller die is made to look like it's a massive die. And how much would you pay for a big die like that? You're getting all of those dies for an amazing price, which is incredible. Right, so I just want to, I forgot, I did read your comment and then I forgot to read it out. So I'm really sorry about that, but I must go back to not Sandra's, Tracy's comment. She was asking if what she can use to stop the imprints of the dies from her platforms going on to her die cutting.
A little piece of tissue paper. Is that Sandra?
Yes.
Sandra, a piece of tissue paper.
Tracy.
Tracy, I beg your pardon. Tracy, a piece of tissue paper. Now, I save, you know, if I buy a new pair of shoes, I save the tissue that the shoes are wrapped in. I give it a little flat or an iron. And when my plates get marked and I'm doing some mirror card and I'm frightened of those marks that maybe transfer to a decorative surface, and I don't want that to happen, one layer of tissue paper on your plate prevents it happening. And it doesn't add any depth, so it doesn't add any shim or extra pressure. You need to be careful when you're putting in other things to do that, that you don't add in too much thickness or pressure, because that's when you start to get overcutting and excessive bowing on your plates. So 1 or 2 layers of tissue, which adds no thickness, but does absorb those marks and means that they don't transfer to your decorative card pieces, is what I do and what I would recommend to you.
Ah, perfect. Yeah, that's a really good tip there from our Leanne. And Sandra's saying, thank you, ladies. The combination of turning the jigsaw die worked a treat. You are stars. We're always glad to help. It's always good that you can ask those questions and we can get them answered for you. Everyone's coming in. Wow, Leanne, that's lovely, says Lynn. Melody's saying, stunning card. Candy is saying, oh, wow. Kim is saying, that was amazing, Leanne. Brenda is saying that is lovely. Tammy is saying, how do you clean the blending brushes? Is there a way that you clean them, Leanne? Is there a top tip for the blending brushes?
Right, Tracy's just telling me that that purple card looks like it was from the reindeer collection. So there you go, if you had that. Yes, there is a way to clean your blending brushes. If you've got a piece of kitchen, here, I've got it here. I'll show you. Why not? Impromptu demonstration.
Well, I love it because I've never seen the brushes, so I love that we're doing something else with them. They're amazing. Did you get brushes? Let us know, because I didn't even know we were doing them. That's amazing.
I'm looking for water. But I haven't got any. I'll talk you through it. So with this spritzer, so you get a bit of kitchen towel, and then with a spritzer, a very light mist of water. There's none in there, so I don't know why I'm doing it. But oh, there is just a little bit. Hardly any water. It's not even damp to the touch. It's just a tiny bit. Then take your brush. I just brought the Vasa. Just brilliant. Here we go. Tracy, you are a legend. There we are. Right, so I've got a little bit of water in there. Now, it's a perfume waft mist, not a saturation. It shouldn't be very wet to the touch. So hardly any water, tiny, tiny, tiny amount, not enough to wet the paper or the brush when you clean it. And then you just take your brush on top and wipe it. That will take off any residual ink. Because it's very dense, the ink isn't soaking inside. Oh, and that means now that that is clean. And on a piece of white cardstock, no purple ink. So that's how you clean them. I take it Debbie's got a brush.
I thought I was really quiet then and I did this little squeal. Tracy's just, they're amazing.
Yeah.
I've never come across one so dense. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Oh my word, I love them. And they come with a case. Who thought of that? Of course, Leanne and the team. That's amazing. Oh my word. Oh, yeah. Birthday's in June. Yes, I hope we get them in by June. I love them. They're amazing. Sorry, I'm fiddling about with that. Tracy's come and just give me one to see how it was. It's amazing. I love it. Leanne, can we get your 2 cards lined up? Because we have some demos of the show.
I forget about
we've got 2 cards that Leanne has done in this hour. None from the previous ones because it's been obviously all about the Gemini 2. But it will be a demo of the day automatically. So whichever one you choose of these would be demo of the day. Actually, the 2 cards that you've done, it's going to be a really tough decision because they are both beautiful and both worthy winners. I want to go as far to say this could be a demo of the week. I think they're beautiful. I love them. Absolutely. Get your votes in. So if we give pink one number 1, purple one number 2, there we go. So 1 or 2, get your votes in. Just a few more minutes. Now, before we end the show, I just want to show you something that I launched on Hobby Maker last week. They were on Crafters TV as well. For me, these are something that every single crafter should have in their stash. They're card blanks, but with a difference. They're card blanks that are ready scored for you, ready cut for you, but they also come with the most amazing stencils as well for all your mats and layering. So such an incredible one to do. That's our zigzag cascading card, and that's the type that you're going to be making with it. So let me just bring that one in. As you can see, our cascading card. So you've got your card blanks. I believe there's 25 card blanks of those, or 24 card blanks and matching envelopes as well, which is incredible. We've then got our diamond fan card, another beautiful design. Again, these are the types of cards that would be really, really difficult to make. And look at that, it folds like that. You can decorate it however you want. You're getting the matching envelope to go in there, freestanding, such a beautiful design. We've then got our step card. The step card is going to make this really unusual card shape. Another beautiful design and lovely areas of what you can really decorate them with. I think it might go that way. It doesn't really matter, I think, which way it goes. So another gorgeous design. And then this one was my absolute favourite. I do love a rocker card. Anything that has that movability, those kinetic movements, that's a really great one to have. And that is our rocker card, like so. So you can see they're beautiful. They're already die cut for you and embossed and scored. So they're just going to work really well. So that's your rocker card. We've then got the double stepper. So the double stepper has your, let me just bring that one in, has your steppers on each side. So you can see it's got that double stepper element, and you can see all these panels are what you can make with those templates on them as well. So that's a really great one to have. And then the last one in that collection, the final one, is our tent fold shutter. I love this one. It's a really great one. Again, got that movable element, lots of different panels. It'd be really hard to work out all these measurements, but you're getting that template to make them, which is incredible. You're getting all of those today for £50 or $70, £40 platinum price or $56, which is incredible. Now, this Gemini 2, we can't leave the show without going to our Leanne. I keep saying Leanne as I'm saying that. Going to our Leanne, just to sum up what the Gemini 2 really means to her. So this machine, it's amazing.
It really is. Thank you, Debbie. And do you know what? It means the world to me because I was there when we developed the first machine in the factory working with the engineers, and I was remotely through the power of video in the factory working with the engineers when we've done this machine too, because of travel constraints when we were developing it. It truly is, I think, the die cutting machine which sets the gold standard for all other die cutting machines to try and live up to. because it is all of the power, performance and pressure that you need. It's the reliability of the cut. It's the amount of different materials that you can cut with our Gemini machine. And then, of course, all of those additional features that we've built in, where you've got your glide feet, your fold-down platforms, your incorporated media stand, all of the storage that we've included inside for you, your confident click buttons, your USB slots at the back as well. And then you've got your 9-inch optical sensor, which means plates of any size are usable in that 9-inch space. And then the upgrade in the motor, faster and quieter, means that all of the experience that you have when you're using the Gemini 2 is improved. We've upgraded the plate, so you get 3 times as long with your cutting plates, 10 times as long with your frosted shim, with conscientious flipping and rotating, of course, and all of that just improves the user experience hugely. And you've seen the variety of different things that I've put for you over the course of today, so you've lost none of the performance, the power, precision and pressure that you are used to with the Gemini machine. And let's just make no bones about it, 350,000 people cannot be wrong, and that's how many machines we have sold over the lifetime of Gemini. And to be able to bring you out such a fantastic second run at the machine with all of those fabulous features and benefits, I'm really, really proud. I think our team in the factory has done a phenomenal job of delivering my vision, and they have been extremely patient with me when I've been a little bit demanding about what I want as well. Saying a little bit, the word Leann and demanding doesn't often go in a sentence. It does, especially when it comes to making product, and I think they've delivered. It really is, I think, Debbie, the gold standard when it comes to electronic die cutting machines.
Oh, you know what, Leann, I cannot agree more.
I'd be Leann, I don't mind.
Saying, why is it coming out like that? Leann. I couldn't agree more, because for me, I think you should be absolutely proud. It is. You've nailed it. You've nailed this machine. Anyone that's still sitting on the fence, this Gemini 2 is the best machine out there on the market, in my opinion. It has unrivaled pressure. It is amazing. It looks gorgeous. It has everything that you could possibly want from any of your die cutting, your embossing, your crafting. It is going to change your world in craft. It has revolutionised the craft industry over the last 7 years, and it will continue to do that because we've had this amazing upgrade, which is incredible. We do have a demo of the show, and that is number 2. It was very close, apparently, which was the purple one. I'm not surprised, but actually both of them were absolutely beautiful. That will go into demo of the day, and then you'll see it hopefully at the end of the week. But I think that could be a really good contender for an extra star. We need stars, me and you,
we
Leann.
do.
So I'm happy for you to,
we're
to
even
get
Stevens.
You a star. I know. Yeah.
Thanks, Debbie.
I like it. We're tying.
We're in good company, Debbie.
It's been an amazing day. What can I say? Leann, thank you for everything. It's been incredible. It's always a pleasure to work with you. When will we see you back on our screens?
I think it's not next week, but the week after.
Fabulous.
Potentially. I can't remember the date. I've got 3 days back to back.
Oh.
And I think it's probably the 14th. Tracy's checking. I'm checking. See ya. Looking at the schedule right now. I think it's that week of the 14th, after the weekend of the 10th, when I'm in for 3 days back to back. So that's not this Monday coming, but the Monday after.
Well, I do know you're going to have some time with your granddaughters. So
I am.
Enjoy that. It's going to be amazing.
You.
It's always lovely, us grannies, spending time with our grandchildren, that's for sure. I'm going to be back tomorrow. In fact, I'm going to be joined with the amazing Sheena. We always learn something new from our Sheena, and she's going to be back tomorrow with me. And it's going to be a fun-filled day, so do come back tomorrow. In the meantime, make sure you check out those baskets. Make sure you add that goodie bag, because if you add that with your Gemini and just check those 2 things out, you'll get an additional 50% off that bag. So it's all amazing. It's all good. Enjoy your Gemini machines, everyone, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.